played well enough defensively to be in that one. What was kind of going on offensively tonight? Was it just missing the shots, or were there other things involved?
Yeah, I don't know. I have to watch the game again, but really don't know. I think it was a mix of lack of discipline in the execution. We let ourselves be impacted too much by them. A mix of things, probably.
What were they doing specifically that was the Wolves? What were they doing specifically that was giving y'all problems?
They definitely they switched their coverage from last times, and yeah, I think they were they were making everything hard for us, like little details, and we weren't paying enough attention to them.
Something Coach said that nothing about tonight kind of feels like the bottom is falling out or anything of major concern.
No.
Is that something you feel as well?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I've never felt like we were in danger, but yeah, it's. I mean, just like Coach said, still a good defensive performance, pretty good one, and yeah, and we didn't make shots.
Is there a part of the season where you have a few days off, can maybe take stock of 25, 30 games into the season? What have been your impressions of how the season as a whole has gone so far?
So much different than last year. Now I feel like we're part of that stacked West, and I think today there was 8 teams with 13 and 14 wins. So it's crazy, more than half the conference. So it's a pleasure, to be able to compete for these spots and to be to ride alongside those teams that have been big for a good amount of years. So it's a pleasure.
Is it cool to be able to look at the standings and care and
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Does that, and I'm not saying y'all didn't have expectations last year, but does being in that mix kind of make this thing feel more real or kind of heighten those expectations for you all?
Of course. It's just one more reminder that it's the very top is not far away. It's a short way, a very tough one, but it's right there.
Put in perspective the fact that you really haven't had your whole player rotation intact, not one game already this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course it puts things in perspective, but it's as often as possible, but it's gonna be rare to have everybody at the same time, so we gotta make up for it.
Are you seeing progress with your back?
Yes, very much. It didn't bother me today.
Not at all?
No.
You said something about CP3's impact, that he goes scoreless tonight but still finds a way to get 9 assists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we know him, he's always gonna make his play, gonna make plays for the team.
Victor, what does it mean to get Jeremy back in the starting lineup? How the dynamic between you two, and was that, I guess, something that you just expect to grow going forward? I know because he missed a bunch of time with his injury and everything. Y'all had just started to kind of figure things out.
Yeah, I mean, it's for me, I think he's a little bit of he's a huge part of our motor, especially in defense and going from defense to offense. And yeah, I mean, I like playing with him because he knows where to be to catch the ball, to get open, So it's it feels good to have him back.
Good. Hold on, Frank.
Can you tell how Il y a eu une enquête qui est parue sur Libération sur le management, le harcèlement à la Fédération française de basket.
Ah,
Est-ce que
oui.
tu l'as vu?
Non,
Et
ça
aussi un
m'intéresse.
petit mot sur l'élection de Jean-Pierre Imbert qui a été élu samedi. Voilà, mettant fin au règne de Jean-Pierre Suta, qu'est-ce que tu en espères, sachant que voilà, les relations n'ont pas toujours été simples entre la fédération, son président et les joueurs de l'équipe de France.
J'ai pas vu cette étude, c'est sur. Ça porte sur quoi exactement?
Le management toxique de certains managers à la fédération. Et le
Dans
fait-
les clubs ou dans la.
Au sein de la fédé.
D'accord, waouh. Eh ben. Bah, faut que je me penche dessus, c'est très, très intéressant. Mais. Ouais, enfin, après, j'ai pas de remarque particulière. De toute façon, j'espère que le basket français n'est qu'au début de son éclosion et que ça va continuer à grandir comme ça et je compte bien y participer.
On a changé un peu avec Rudy sur l'Euro. Il sait toujours pas s'il participera à l'Euro l'été prochain. Qu'est-ce qu'un vétéran comme Rudy peut t'apporter un petit peu, t'aider, te conseiller peut-être sur la gestion un peu des enchaînements NBA, équipe de France, puis retour en NBA? Est-ce que vous en parlez entre vous?
J'imagine qu'on a déjà dû évoquer le sujet, hein. Mais et partager certaines expériences, ouais. Mais c'est pas quelque chose sur quoi j'ai vraiment d'expérience encore. J'ai vécu qu'une seule off-season. Donc voilà, je sais même pas encore comment mon corps réagira après 2-3 saisons. Mais enfin, ouais, voilà, c'est ça. Merci.
Were there any specific issues that came to mind offensively for you, or was it just one of those ball didn't go in the basket kind of nights?
Yeah, we missed a lot of shots. 19 turnovers for 30 points for them. Give them a lot of credit. They're a heck of a defensive team. And we didn't help ourselves in some situations, I think, probably with strong passes, strong catches, strong creating leads. That's a team that if you allow them to out-physical you, they have very, very good individual defenders, and they're very connected as a team defensively as well, so you give them a lot of credit.
Talk about Jeremy tonight. Obviously, 17 points, 15 rebounds. Seems like he had a decently efficient night. Obviously, it's kind of tough to gauge on a game like this, but what'd you make of his performance?
I thought Jeremy played with tremendous energy, and he's been doing that consistently when he's been healthy.
What do you work on, Coach, to try to remedy some of what happened today?
Just back to the basics, same stuff we've been working on. There's nothing that happened tonight that feels like the bottom's falling out or something that we know is not, for the most part, in our control. So we have a couple days to get some work in and focus on the basics and the fundamentals.
Do you feel like Jeremy's back in the starting lineup for good?
Had a lot of guys in and out. That's a heck of a question. We'll see who's available. Hopefully he is.
But he's at that point now where he kind of lost his starting job because of injury. Do you feel like he's done enough to have a semi-permanent spot back in that starting lineup?
I think he's had a semi-permanent spot. I think we've had a lot of guys in and out, and depending on who's in and out, we've had to deal with that, right? So it's a good problem to have. Hopefully we'll have it coming forward.
You feel like this 3-day break coming up is well-timed as well as the 4-day break earlier? Or?
I've never been a part of a break like it. I've never been a part of a season where we needed it more. So I guess so.